From the Roxy in Boston, it's New England Amateur Boxing Federation action, the semifinals of the 108th tournament. Hello, everybody. I'm John Horgan, joined by Pete McGowan, Paul Stivaleta on assignment. Pete, tonight, from the Roxy, first of all, this has been a concert hall. It's been a dance hall. Fat Larry's band played here, and now it's it's a home for babes. But now it's going to house some good fights tonight, some great boxing, as Bill Conley and the NEABF has moved it to a site in town.
We're going to be bringing you some exciting action here from the Roxy, John. This is great stuff. Saturday afternoon matches here from the Roxy, right across the street from the Wang Center. This you can't get too much more downtown than this.
That's right. And there you see some of the Wangs from the center. But this is going to be a good competition tonight, Pete. A lot of names to look for: Jim LeBlanc, Derek Fraza, Mike Aceto. We got a bunch of combatants to fight tonight here at the Roxy. And the good thing about this is there's not a bad seat in the entire house. Every seat you see here is a good one with a good view of the action downstairs, as it were. So, John Horgan with Pete McGowan here at the Roxy. Pete, amateur boxing has made a steady climb back in the 90s. We've seen some great fighters recently in the New England area go at it, and we've seen some turn pro. But pro boxing has got a long way to come back from the time when you and I were little kids, when we had our heroes. You had a plethora of heroes to choose from. Now, the best fighters getting out of jail soon.
Well, that's just it, John. And here at Atlantic Boxing Television, we like to bring you the best amateurs and the best pros that Massachusetts has to offer. And today from the Roxy, we have some great amateur fights coming up, John. But as you mentioned, it has been climbing. It has been increasingly more popular, the amateur fight game in the Boston, Massachusetts, and actually New England area.
And it's good to see the tournament is in town. Last year, this tournament was held at the Whitman Armory. But it's good that they've moved it to a venue that is more accessible to the fighters out of South Boston and Dorchester. You'll be seeing fighters come down today from Haverhill, from Everett, South Boston, as far south as Plainville. It's a good, diverse mix of fighters, and I'm looking forward to not only the fights tonight, but my date with her afterwards.
Well, it is a good venue, John, and it's a great place to have the fights in downtown Boston. As when the fights are on the South Shore, so a lot of people have the idea in their head to say, "Oh, who wants to get on there? If I want to get on South, I'm going to go to the Cape." But this is going to be exciting stuff from Boston, downtown Boston, at the Roxy,
across from the Wang Center. So, you're not tuned to the Playboy channel, you're tuned to Atlantic Boxing Television. And we'll be right back with the fights right after this. Please stay with us. From the Roxy in Boston, it's Atlantic Boxing Television. A pro card for you. Hello, everybody. I'm John Horgan, joined by Pete McGowan. Pete, a very special night for ABT. We're at the Roxy. It's the New England Amateur Boxing Federation semifinals being held in this great facility. We are placed in the balcony. The sight line is beautiful. Here's the ring announcer.
Sanctioned by USA Boxing and the New England Boxing Federation. It's overseen by the Massachusetts State Boxing Commission. In attendance this evening, Chairman Jocko Nanian, Commissioners Peter McClure and Ben Doherty, and Commissioner Emeritus, the Honorable Thomas Ross. The referee for this evening is Dick Flowery. Our judges are Jerry Pudding, Sika Pico, and Bill Conley. And your timekeeper at the bell, the ever affable Arthur Frick. At this time, I'd like you to stand, please, for the singing of our national anthem by Mr. Jim Gaines. hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bombs bursting in air gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and home of the brave.
All right, we're set for action. We are just moments away from our first bout of the evening. It's a packed house here at the Roxy.
109th Annual New England Amateur Boxing Federation Senior Tournament. This tournament is in its 109th year. It has been the home of great champions Marvin Hagler, Joey Gamache of Lewiston, Maine, Vinny Pazienza, Ray Oliveira of New Bedford, current sensations Peter McNeely, Dana Rosenblatt, and John Ruiz.
Ray Oliveira, John Ruiz, Peter McNeely, Dana Rosenblatt.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special non-tournament match in the 165-pound division. There'll be 3 two-minute rounds. Fighting out of the red corner from the Haverhill Boxing Club from Haverhill, Mass. Let's have a nice round of applause for Paul Latice. And his opponent this evening, fighting out of the blue corner from Watertown, Narvanian.
So Tarveus Narvanian from Watertown versus Paul Latice from Haverhill at 165 pounds. This is the New England Amateur Boxing Federation semifinals from the Roxy in Boston.
Tarveus Narvanian in the blue trunks trimmed in white, and Paul Latice in the black trunks trimmed in red. Latice fights out of the Haverhill Boxing Club. Tarveus Narvanian is from Watertown. Oh, and it looks like Narvanian's working that left hand, John. He's keeping those fists high. But Paul Latice looks like he's quite ready to go here. These fighters look like they're in good shape.
Yeah, Latice seems to be the more experienced of the fighters off the bat. But that'll be evident as the first round wears on.
This is the NEABF semifinals, 109th annual. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Atlantic Boxing Television. Peter McGowan with John Horrigan ringside here. You're seeing the 165-pound battle between Paul Latice out of the Haverhill Boxing Club in the black trunks trimmed in red versus Tarveus Narvanian from Watertown in the blue trunk.
Yep, Pete, this tournament has launched many, many champions. Marvin Hagler, Vinny Pazienza, the current stars Peter McNeely and Dana Rosenblatt, Ray Oliveira, John Ruiz, to name a few. So this is a tournament of champions.
You see the reason why these fighters coming in at 165. These are the cream of the crop for the amateurs. As Paul Latice in the black trunks trimmed in red is kind of controlling the tempo, it seems, thus far. But he's thrown a lot more punches. Now Narvanian seems to be ducking out of a few of them out of the way, but Latice has that long right hand, and that could connect at any point as Narvanian seems to be going low with that left jab, and that's all Latice has to do is sting him with that overhand right. As he's starting to work the body is Latice, and Narvanian seems to be on his bicycle a bit. As this is some good action. There's the end of the round.